What is good? What is poppin', everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Today, I got a pretty awesome video coming to you guys. Now, this title might be a little deceiving, saying combat responsiveness, but I promise you it's more than that. This is a forum post from it's a dev corner that they just started doing, and this is where we got our first little insight on the war/cherry control. We're going to kind of go over that a little bit. I've already done a previous video on it, but they reference it here, so I'm going to kind of briefly go over it in here too. But this is essentially some pretty big updates coming to New World that is about combat and weapons in general. So make sure you stick around because, like I said, it's not just about combat responsiveness, and we're going to kind of talk through it and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. But before we get into it, you already know if you are enjoying this, make sure that thumbs up button helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy this kind of content and gets it out to more people. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a really awesome, great community growing over here, so why not be part of it? With all that being said, guys, let's go right into the video. All right, so like I said, we are going over this kind of dev blog in the dev corner. Now the title, again, it's a little deceiving. It just says combat responsiveness, and again, that's a huge thing that they're talking about, and it's a major point to the video. But there's a little extra here at the bottom that they're talking about that I also really want to touch on because it's pretty awesome news. But anyway, let's get right into it. Let's read it. It says it's from Dave NW. Hello, combat fans. Along with bug fixing and tuning and plan changes for the war/terror control. Now, I have this pulled up here. This is just the stuff we talked about before: the open world PvP, the war and terror control. I go check the video out, but TLDR of it is essentially they're adding some new open world advantages. You know, if you flagged, you get increased luck essentially on you. They're adding new PvP faction missions. They're changing kind of how wars work a little bit, or trying to maintain them to make sure that they work properly. So I'll leave a link for that video to check out. But, that's just a little reference point here. Now, they're saying the team is starting on some next steps towards a combat new world. Our initial focus will be in weapon swapping, dodge cancels, and attack window inputs. Now, these are really awesome things. Now, I'm sure, like most of you guys, we've had some problems with these things in the past, and so they're here to address them and fix them. So first off, it says we are currently working on our weapon swap responsiveness, making sure that it is more consistent throughout all of our attacks, as we want swapping to be an integral and fluid part of combat. There are many times that you think you've swapped weapons, but you end up attacking with the currently equipped weapon instead. We are working to fix these situations and expand when you're able to swap your weapon. This has happened to me more times than I can count. I've used a rapier fire staff currently, and I used a fire staff to initiate, and then I think I have my rapier out, and I start attacking, and I just don't. I'm auto attacking with a fire staff close range, and it's just all kinds of bad. So I'm really glad they're fixing that. Moving on, it says, along with the weapon swap, we are looking at into our dodge cancel windows and attack timing inputs during recoveries of all our attacks. There are some inconsistencies that are not intended. For example, you are able to dodge cancel out of some recoveries, but not others, and you are able to perform heavy attacks out of the recoveries of some abilities, but not all abilities. Our goal is to make sure there are consistent input windows between all weapons and abilities. Now, I want to briefly touch on this for a second. Obviously, it's great that they're fixing it, but what I'm curious about is exactly what their goal with it. You know, like, do they want stuff to be able to be dodge canceled all across the board, or do they not want to? They just kind of say that they're going to make it consistent across the board, but they don't really say, at least from what I can gather, whether or not they want stuff to all be able to be dodge canceled or not, or if you can kind of mess around with attack windows or not. So I'm curious to see because it says all of them are going to be consistent. So I'm curious to see the direction of it. I don't know how you feel. I think dodge canceling kind of shows some skill, but I also can see it kind of being a little cheesy sometimes. So I'm not really sure, but let me know what you guys think down below. Anyway, moving on. Weapon swaps, dodges, and attack inputs are a major part of the combat system, and we want to make sure they feel fluid and responsive. We'll be rolling these changes out over the next few releases, so please continue to provide feedback, and we will continue to make improvements. So it sounds like this is coming out probably by the end of November. Most of this will probably be out maybe middle of December. We're going to move on to the stuff that I think is very important that, of course, New World likes to do this. They like to add stuff at the very end, like last paragraph, so make sure you read. And it's pretty smart marketing tactic, in my opinion, but reading this is pretty awesome. So it's in addition to changes to combat responsiveness, we're planning on a balance update in the future patch to adjust a variety of abilities and tune some of the lesser used abilities to make a wider selection of abilities more viable. To further improve combat and train it, we don't want to spoil too much from this update yet, but know it's in the works and on its way. Now, this is awesome. I like how they had 4 paragraphs talking about combat responsives, and again, they just leave one little tiny paragraph regarding this, but this is really awesome. There's stuff like the rapier, like I just said, that I use. You only use the right side of the rapier usually, because the left side is just really lackluster. It's the Tondo and then flourish and finish. it's just not as good as the other side with evade and riposte and all that kind of stuff. And it's kind of, I'm really excited for this because I really wanted Tondo and Flourish and Finish to be the way I played, but it's just so much lackluster, and it actually can kind of hurt you because of how not good it is. And there's some other things too, you know, that I know people talk about, like the throwing axe kind of side of things. You only really use the infected throw, they don't use the other side of it. So I'm excited to see them hopefully kind of bring some of the stuff out. I really like to see some changes to the musket, because I think the musket, while it's really great and designed, is actually really lackluster and kind of weak compared to all the other weapons. I think even the bow has a good amount of play, especially if you're good at it, but the musket, sadly, I just think that it's too inconsistent with the hit scans and whether or not you can get the headshots or not. I think that some of the abilities, just, they're not exciting. They're the three of the abilities are the exact same animation, and they do pretty much the same thing with a little bit of variance, not a lot. So I'm hoping they kind of really fix the musket. I really would like that. So nonetheless, I'm really excited about this. Again, they said they can't spoil too much, which I get it, but I really wish we could get a little taste of it. But hopefully we get that soon. Anyway, guys, I think that's going to do it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you guys excited for this? I think this is a really awesome update. Again, I'm really excited to see that they are kind of starting to make changes outside of bug fixes. Bug fixes are obviously needed and necessary. It sucks that that's what we've been having to deal with since the beginning of launch. But I'm just excited to see some actual updates come into the game, and I'm really excited to see the future of it. Now, anyway, guys, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Lets me know you enjoy this kind of content. Helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, we got a great community going on over here, so why not be part of it? I think I'm going to be doing a Discord soon. I have a Discord for my stream. Well, by the way, I'm going to plug my stream right now. I stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I'm streaming tonight, actually, because, again, I was out of town this weekend, so I couldn't stream yesterday. So I think I'm going to do it tonight, so maybe come check me out there. But I'm going to do a Discord, I think. Let me know down below if you think that's a great idea. If you guys want to be part of a Discord community, I have one for my stream, but I might make one separate for maybe New World, or maybe just come join my Discord for my stream. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Until next time, take it easy.